Horus Lupercal. The name resonates through the grim darkness of the far future, a chilling echo of what could have been. Once the Emperor's most favoured son, the brilliant Warmaster, and the shining beacon of the Great Crusade, Horus became the architect of its downfall. He orchestrated the devastating Horus Heresy, a galactic civil war that forever scarred the Imperium of Man and plunged humanity into an age of unending conflict. This video delves deep into the character of Horus Lupercal, examining his rise, his fall, and the complex web of factors that led him to betray his father and plunge the galaxy into chaos. We will explore the details of his personality, his relationships, and the pivotal moments that solidified his descent into darkness. Greetings all, I am your guide, the Archivist. Today I will dive into an overview of Horus Lupercal, his rise to power, and his final fate. Before we begin, please make sure to like the like and subscribe waypoints down below, so that more people can learn from the archives. Horus was the first of 20 Primarchs to be rediscovered by the Emperor. In his youth on the feral world of Chthoniya, planet riddled with gang warfare and industrial decay, Horus honed his natural leadership skills and martial prowess. Chthoniya's brutal environment forged him into a pragmatist, a survivor who understood the necessity of strength and the allure of power. When the Emperor arrived, Horus recognized the immense potential of the Imperium and readily embraced his destiny. Horus's inherent charisma, tactical genius, and unwavering loyalty quickly made him the Emperor's most trusted son. He led the Lunar Wolves region, later renamed the Sons of Horus, with unparalleled success, earning countless victories and a reputation for relentless efficiency. The Emperor personally mentored Horus, entrusting him with increasingly important responsibilities. His battlefield prowess was legendary, and his ability to inspire his troops unmatched. He was not just a warrior, he was a statesman, a diplomat, and a leader who could unite disparate worlds under the Imperial banner. The details of Horus's early campaigns highlight his adaptability and strategic brilliance. He was adept at understanding the nuances of different cultures and tailoring his approach accordingly, minimizing bloodshed and maximizing compliance. This pragmatism, while effective, would later be exploited by the forces of chaos. As the Great Crusade neared its end, the Emperor announced his intention to return to Terra and focus on the burgeoning psychic potential of humanity. To oversee the remaining campaigns, he appointed Horus as Warmaster, granting him supreme command over all of Imperial forces. This elevation, while seemingly a testament to Horus's capabilities, inadvertently sowed the seeds of doubt and resentment among his brothers. Some Primarchs like Rogal Dorn and Sanguinius accepted the Emperor's decision with grace and continued to serve the Imperium faithfully. Others, however, harboured feelings of jealousy and questioned the Emperor's judgment. Leman Russ, fiercely loyal to the Emperor, saw Horus's ambition as a potential threat. Bertaravo, forever feeling overlooked and undervalued, resented being passed over for the position. The details surrounding the Warmaster appointment are crucial to understanding the brewing tensions within the Primarch ranks. The Emperor's decision, perhaps made with the best intentions, inadvertently created a power vacuum and fueled existing rivalries. It also placed an immense burden on Horus, isolating him from his brothers and making him vulnerable to manipulation. The turning point in Horus's life came during the ill-fated campaign on Davin. While investigating a supposed rebellion, Horus and his entourage were lured into a trap orchestrated by the Serpent Lodge, a secret society steeped in the worship of chaos. During this encounter, Horus was gravely wounded by a corrupted weapon, opening him to the insidious influence of the warp. The details of his corruption are shrouded in mystery and conflicting accounts. Some suggest that Erebus, the first chaplain of the Wordbearers and a devout follower of chaos, deliberately orchestrated the Davin incident to weaken Horus and make him susceptible to corruption. Others believe that Horus's ambition and pride made him a willing participant in the pact with the Dark Gods. Regardless of the specifics, the experience on Davin fundamentally changed Horus. Visions of a future where he ruled the galaxy free from the Emperor's perceived tyranny began to plague his mind. The Chaos Gods whispered of promises of power and immortality, preying on his insecurities and fueling his resentment towards his father. He started to believe that the Emperor was holding humanity back, stifling its potential, and that only he, Horus, could guide it to true greatness. Slowly but surely, Horus began to plot his rebellion. He subtly manipulated events, positioning loyalist forces in harm's way, and recruiting like-minded Primarchs to his cause. Angron, Mortarion, Fulgrim and Perturabo, each driven by their own grievances and insecurities, pledged their allegiance to Horus. Together they formed the core of the traitor legions, ready to wage war against the Imperium. The Isstvan III massacre served as the opening salvo of the Horus Heresy. Horus, using the guise of purging a rebellion, lured loyalist elements of his own legion and other legionnaires Astartes to Isstvan III, where they were subjected to a devastating orbital bombardment and subsequent ground assault. This brutal act revealed Horus's true colours and ignited the galactic civil war. The details of the Isstvan III massacre and subsequent battles on Isstvan V paint a horrifying picture of brother turning against brother. The scale of the betrayal was unprecedented, shattering the Imperium's sense of unity and ushering in an era of unparalleled brutality. Planets burned, cities crumbled, and countless lives were lost as the Imperium tore itself apart. The culmination of the Horus Heresy was the Siege of Terra, a desperate battle for the fate of humanity. The traitor legions, bolstered by demonic forces and warped by the power of chaos, laid siege to the Imperial Palace, the heart of the Imperium. The loyalist forces, led by Rogaldorn and Sanguinius, fought valiantly to defend their homeworld, but they were vastly outnumbered and outmatched. The final confrontation between Horus and the Emperor took place aboard Horus's flagship, the Vengeful Spirit. In a brutal and emotionally charged duel, the Emperor ultimately prevailed, but not without suffering grievous wounds. Sanguinius, in a desperate attempt to protect his father, fell victim to Horus's wrath, his sacrifice buying the Emperor precious time. The details of the final battle are steeped in myth and legend. It is said that the sheer power of the Emperor's psychic might shattered Horus's body and soul, eradicating him from existence. However, the Emperor's victory came at a terrible cost. He was mortally wounded and forced to be interred on the Gold Throne, a life support system that sustains his psychic presence but prevents him from directly ruling the Imperium. Horus Lupercal's legacy is one of betrayal and ruin. His actions plunged the Imperium into an age of perpetual war, a grim and unforgiving future where humanity struggles to survive against the overwhelming odds. The Horus Heresy shattered the Emperor's dream of a unified and enlightened humanity, leaving behind a fractured and paranoid Imperium consumed by superstition and religious fervour. While Horus is gone, his influence continues to be felt through the galaxy. The Chaos Gods continue to scheme and plot, seeking to corrupt and destroy the Imperium. The traitor legions scattered across the Eye of Terror remain a constant threat, launching raids and incursions into Imperial space. The details of the post-Heresy Imperium demonstrate the long-lasting consequences of Horus's rebellion. The Imperium's focus shifted from expansion and enlightenment to survival and repression. The Inquisition, born from the ashes of the Heresy, ruthlessly hunt down any perceived threat to the Imperium's stability, often resorting to extreme measures. In conclusion, Horus Lupercal's story is a tragic reminder of the corrupting influence of power, the dangers of ambition, and the devastating consequences of betrayal. He was a brilliant leader and a charismatic figure, but ultimately he succumbed to the allure of chaos, forever staining his name with the blood of countless billions and condemning humanity to an age of endless war. His fall serves as a cautionary tale, a grim reminder of the fragility of even the most noble ideals in the face of overwhelming darkness. And so I have now covered the content for this video. If there's anything that has been missed, please share them in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this content, please remember to like the subscribe and like waypoints down below. In the grim dark of the far future, there is only war.